Well, good morning, everybody, and thanks to the conference organizers. And Johnny, thanks very much for a nice introduction there to copper. So Johnny told you why you need to pay attention to copper. I'm going to tell you why you need to pay attention to NovaCopper. I think it's going to be the best way to play the copper space, copper investing. We're developing a very high-grade deposit in a whole district. We control the whole district, or most of it, in a mining-friendly jurisdiction in Alaska. We have supportive shareholders. We have strong stakeholder relations, including a partnership with an Alaska Native Corporation. And I'll tell you more about this. We also have a partnership with a group called ADA. It's essentially an infrastructure development bank owned by the state of Alaska. They're going to be building the road, an access road for us. And we have a management team and a board that has a lot of experience in developing, advancing projects, raising the funds, etc. So those are some of the reasons why you should pay attention to the story. So just share capital, 105 million shares outstanding. You can see the shareholder roster there: Electrum, Paulson, Baupost. Those three are billionaires. And then Resource Capital Fund is a resource-focused investment vehicle that is very well knows the space. You can see that Haywood and Wainwright are analysts. We provide analyst coverage for us, and if you want an independent view, I'd recommend that you take a look at them. The Ambler District is located in northwestern Alaska. Alaska is a resource-focused state and is very friendly towards mining development. I had the good fortune of being working in this area as a young geologist, probably about Tommy's age. I worked for companies Kennecott and Anaconda, and like your first love, this kind of thing always stays with you. And about 10 years ago, I reached out to Kennecott, and we put together an earning agreement with Kennecott, and then eventually ended up buying out 100% of the project. And then we went on a further escapade of consolidating the district further with partnership with NANA, the Alaska Native Corporation. Now, having grown up in Alaska, I know firsthand that it's a really good place to work, and what makes it really attractive for mining is that the Department of Natural Resources know and understand what it takes to permit a mine. The Northwest Arctic Borough itself has been host to the Red Dog mine, one of the largest zinc mines in the world, for the last 25 years, and the borough government understands what pays the taxes and that mining jobs are some of the highest paying jobs in the country. I mentioned the partnership with NANA, very, very important. NANA is the Alaska Regional Native Corporation, has 14,000 Inupiat shareholders. In 2011, we put a deal together with them to consolidate the whole district, or most of the district, into what we call the Upper Kobuk Mineral Projects, or UKMP. NANA will receive royalty payments. They have a right to participate as an equity partner in the project, up to 25%. If they do so, they put their own capital to build the project. We have an oversight committee that allows NANA and NovaCopper to stay in communication with respect to the project development and to community outreach. The map here shows our claim block on state mining claims, and in purple the NANA-owned lands. In total, it's about 350,000 acres, so it's a good chunk of the Ambler Mining District. I also mentioned ADA. They're our other partner here. This is the Alaska Industrial Development Export Authority. As I said, essentially an infrastructure development bank. The governor's recent authorization allows ADA or actually gives ADA the responsibility of permitting, financing, and constructing a 200-mile road linking the Ambler Mining District with the Dalton Highway, which then connects to the ice-free port at Port Mackenzie. The plan that they're using is modeled after the highly successful Red Dog Road and Port Facility Infrastructure Project, where those assets are owned by ADA, and then Red Dog Mine pays a toll to use the road. That's what's envisioned for the Ambler Mining Project as well. Those tolls go directly back into the state general fund. ADA has completed the environmental studies and has initiated the formal permitting process. They've signed MOUs with the federal agencies, and they have a consolidated right-of-way application into the federal and state agencies that's currently being reviewed for completeness. We expect scoping, which is the first step in completing an EIS, to be done by year end, and for the entire process to take 2 to 3 years. Finally, let me talk to you about the Ambler Mining District itself. I'm going to start with Arctic and then talk to you about our second project, which is more of an exploration project called Bornite. Arctic is high grade, 6% copper equivalent. It's made up of over 3% copper, over 4% zinc, about 27 million tons. It occurs as a series of flat-lying sheets underneath the mountainside. You can see with the drill holes there on the slide, which means it's amenable to open pit mining. So 6% copper equivalent open pit mine. 2013, we did a PEA, a 10,000 ton per day operation. You can see the metal production there on an annual basis, 125 million pounds of copper, 150 million pounds of zinc, plus significant precious metals. 62-cent payable copper per, based on the using a byproduct accounting method. Your all-in cost would be about $1.26. That's all your initial capital, your OPEX, sustaining capital, TCRCs and royalties, the whole ball of wax. Very low capital intensity. Most new mining projects, big porphyries in the Andes, cost between $20,000 and $25,000 to produce a ton of metal. Ours is about $7,000, so about 1/3. You can see the IRR there on an after-tax basis, over $500 million at an 8% discount and an 18% return on your investment. Very high quality project. Last year we did a $5.5 million drill program, mostly aimed at infill drilling and converting inferred resources to measured indicated. This year, actually just a smattering of those results. Again, this is infill drilling, so it really wasn't any surprise, but I think when you can highlight 23 meters of almost 4% copper and 5% zinc, 32 meters of 3% copper, 3% zinc, 11 meters of 7% copper, 9% zinc. These are standout. Again, remember, this is an open pit. This is not an underground mine. So you get the idea. This is very high grade. This year we're planning another 3,000 meter program, about the same level of costs. Really focused more on engineering, hydrology, pit slope stabilities, probably a little bit further resource definition, but by and large it'll be more directed at advancing the project towards a pre-feasibility level of study. Now, Arctic is the highest and largest VMS deposit known to date in the belt. It's about 100 kilometers long. There's 24 other recognized VMS occurrences. Many of them have historic resources. And then also about 20 kilometers to the southwest is a deposit we call Bornite. This is located on NANA lands. We've outlined already, it's early stage yet, early days. We've outlined about 125 million tons of 1% copper in an open pit format, and about 56 million tons of 2.8% copper that would be mined, would potentially mined underground. You can see some of the drilling there, that the last drilling we did, 236 meters of almost 2% copper, 126 of 1.6, 75 of 1.8. These are standout drilling results. The ore body is open along a 1 kilometer long front that dips gently to the north. So a lot of exploration upside remaining on this high quality project. I want to end up by just talking about one of my favorite topics, grade. Grade is king in our business, and we should never forget this. High-grade copper deposits are rare, and they're getting rarer. And we have two that are known in a known district in a safe jurisdiction. Arctic is by far one of the highest grade open pittable deposits known. And a Bornite underground at 56 million tons of 2.8% copper compares well to reservoirs, high quality Timok discovery in Serbia, especially when you consider how underexplored Bornite is at this point. So I thank you for your attention, and I'll be here all day, so we'd love to stop by in our booth over here and answer any questions. Thank you very much.